Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Carter James Ranch channel. Today we're out here at Redemption. It's about 7 a.m. checking on the south poles. Need to move them today. Last video was about 10 days ago, 11 days ago. We turned the bulls in. We put Comanche and Jesse James in with the south poles. Oh, here's Belle, one of our bottle calves we picked up last year. So right now they're grazing a brome field. We're trying to graze the brome here for the next few days, and then we're going to get them out on the Kansas prairie. So one of the unfair advantages we have here in the summer is the Kansas prairie, the nutrient value in the native grasses. A number of folks over the years have planted brome in for hay. We're not going to produce our own hay this year, so we're just trying to graze this. We will come back to the brome in early winter once the native goes dormant, although we will stockpile a lot of the native, but we'll definitely use this for grazing in end of October and November, and hopefully into December as well. So here's the old homestead at Redemption. So it's a beautiful place. Got an old red barn there on the on the right side. Barn's not very usable for the cattle, so I've actually thought long term, would I ever want to get someone to help me take that barn down and build a pole barn with maybe some pens underneath it, but that's not for now. That's for down the road. But the south poles are enjoying a cool morning. So we're supposed to get some rain today. We've had a wet spring and a wet early summer. The last 10 days we've had about 6 inches of rain. So I will say this, if you follow the channel for any amount of time, I've been in cattle for 2 years now. The first 2 years I got in it, we've had a drought, and I dare say that this grazing game is pretty easy when you get a lot of rain. I mean, there's other things that rain can cause that are somewhat issues, but growth is not a problem. So I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. We've got some bobwhite quail over here in this thicket of trees over here calling. So just did it right there, bobwhite. So always love hearing them. That's and seeing them fly around. So that's one thing I'm motivated to continue to see happen, is the bird life and diversity expand here with our rotational grazing system. So we're gonna, the cattle just got done grazing that front pasture. There's actually a creek that runs right down here. So we just got done grazing that front pasture of brome. Now we're moving them back through this pasture over this hill and gonna start hitting some of the prairie grasses. So we'll check in on the herd up here. But what I want to tell you, like I said, as if the Kansas prairie was not forage gold enough, well, this gal's gonna prove my point. 204 right here. Look at this stand of Eastern Gamma grass we have growing up here. Eastern Gamma is the brunch grass. And you can see these long stems. Hey girl, you gonna show me? You gonna eat some? So yesterday, this was probably 2 or 3 feet taller, and they've clearly come through and taken a bite or two off of it. Now, one thing you gotta be careful with Eastern Gamma is the cattle can graze it out. If you stop grazing, they can continually come back to it. They will graze it down and graze it out of your pasture. So that's one thing with moving your animals, really helps to maintain and allows this grass to continue to expand. So I did not realize that we had as much Eastern Gamma here at Redemption when we first took over this property as what I'm seeing now. So I am just giddy with how much forage we've got here. If you don't know much about Eastern Gamma, you gotta Google it, do some research on it. It's in the same realm as alfalfa as far as nutrient value. So it is just, I mean, you can see they've just definitely hit it. And I knew this was gonna happen after seeing it yesterday. I was anxious to get up here and see how much of this they'd taken. So forage quality matters, especially if you're finishing animals on grass. So I love the fact that we can see that. We've got this is our cow-calf mob, but we do have some steers. Here's a steer we've got right here, 634. He's actually gonna be heading in for processing this fall. So I love it that he's eating some good forage, and he's gonna have a full summer of munching on that Kansas prairie and getting some of this Eastern Gamma. So hopefully we're gonna be able to see this continue to grow and spread out across the ranch, but it just makes me really, really excited to see how much of it we actually have here, and that the cattle are utilizing it and crushing it. So I don't know if you can see, we've actually got the Wagyu herd in the next pasture over, but they've been kind of moved You probably can't see it too well on camera, but we got the Wagyu herd out there. They're already on the prairie. Charles Meyer, who used to live in this blue house here, told me, he says, Robbie, you're going to be amazed at your cattle gains once you get on that Kansas prairie. The South Poles are a shorter animal, so they stay fat a little easier. I'll be honest with you, I was shocked actually when I got the Wagyu out there. After 3 or 4 days, the Wagyu have gotten real fat. The Wagyu are a taller framed animal, so they tend to look a little thinner. But he's right. He's right. They have really fattened up, and they're looking pretty good for what they are. So, and really happy with how we're putting them on the grass, and they're staying full. Especially some of the older animals. The older animals are doing well. Sometimes older animals can start to show their age, but I think these animals are doing well. It's one of our heifers here. She was born on our farm last year, so it looks like she's got a little bit of case of some warts, so we'll let her get over that. Yeah, I haven't had anybody have any skin conditions since the winter time when we had some ringworm. So lots of standing water though. Water collects at a variety of different places at Redemption here. This is not a pond, this is just a low-lying area. Water runs really well here, so you can see how much rain we've received. So, but the whole purpose of this video is just to highlight the Eastern Gamma. This is Belle, our other bottle calf from last year, a little friendly. Don't love how Belle doesn't shed off. I'm sorry, Bree. This is Bree. Bree doesn't shed off. She's got a little thicker of a coat. Belle's other bottle calf, she slicks off real well. So, but everyone's enjoying a nice calm morning, so I'm gonna go get their reel set up, and we're gonna move them off this, leave a really good grass stand behind, and then we'll be coming back here in probably 4 to 5 months. So should have an unbelievable stand after it has the summer and fall to grow. So thanks all for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Do right in the eyes of the Lord, and we'll see you in the next video.